Okay, Mariano. I think I got it now. Well, I do have it now. All right, so we're graphing systems of equations, and let me go ahead and my thing is upside down. I was trying to figure out why my mouse was going the wrong way. Okay, so our equations are y is greater than or equal to a -4, which we know how to graph as a line, and we know how to graph it as an inequality. Y is greater than or equal to a -2x minus 4, and x is less than or equal to a -y. So let's do the first one in yellow. Y is greater than or equal to a -4. So here is -4. So we're going to graph a line, a yellow line. Yeah, that's 2. That should be about enough. At y equals -4. So we're going to go here. Okay. And since it's greater than or equal to, we're going to shade above. So let's go back here. And I'm just using some of my Cami tools. Uh, so I'm going to shade like this. Everything all the way up. This whole area. Okay. And then my next one is y is greater than or equal to a -2x minus 4. So we're going to graph the y-intercept first. I'm going to go ahead and do that one in black. So we're going to graph our y-intercept first, which is a -4. And then we're going to graph our slope of a -2. So, if you have a whole number, your run is 1, my rise is a -2. So I'm going to put a dot. That's my y-intercept, and my slope is a -2. So I'm going to go down 2 and over 1, down 2 and over 1. And I can also go up 2 positive and back 1 negative. But I'm going to use that, and now I'm going to draw a black line here through these points. And hopefully they are accurate. Yeah, but at least we got that part. It's not quite accurate. Let me delete that line. Okay, let me try it again. Okay, I'm going to start here directly on that point and make sure that I'm going through those points directly. Okay, and so now here again, we're going to shade above the line. Transparency. I'll take this one here since I use black. Because it's greater than, so everything above the line, that's to the right of the line. So everything here is part of the solution for our black line. Okay. So now I'm going to do the other one in green. Line thickness of 2, transparency. Let me take it back up here. Okay, and the next one is x is less than or equal to -y. So that's a line going back through the origin this way. And we can prove it. If x is 0, y is 0. So that's a point. If x is 1, y is a -1. If x is 2, y is a -2. If x is a -1, y is a +1. If x is a -2, y is a +2. So that's the way my line goes. So I'm going to use my line tool in green this time. And let me continue this out. Hold on. So if x is 3, y is a -3. If x is 4, y is a -4. I'm doing that for a reason because when we worked this before, I knew that my solution was down here. Okay, so now let me do my green line through here, going through all of these points. Why is my line going crooked? Okay, so let's do shapes again. Line, green. Okay, and so now, there we go. All right, and this is less than, so we're going to shade below this line. Do my transparency. I do that transparency so it won't cover up the whole line. So I'm going to shade below this line. And what we want, well, there's everything below this line. But what we want is the area where they all intersect. So let's do a pink. Okay, so where they all intersect, I got green, gray, and yellow right there. So this is the, I got a 0, -4 right here. That's where all three intersect, and right here. So all up in this area here, right here, this triangle, that is my reasonable region. My drawing is kind of crooked, but you get the idea. So I mean, what do they call it? Vertices of the feasible region, not reasonable region. So one of my points is it should be a -4, 4, but we got a -4, 5, but it's a -4, 4. Just something's wrong with my drawing. Okay, and then the other one is 4, -4. And then the other point is 0, -4. And you can look at it, 0, 4 is not even inside your region. So you know that the option B is not right. 0, -6 is outside of your region. That was option C. -4, 6 is not in your region. That would be here. Um, so we know that those are not. So our the vertices of our reasonable, feasible region. I keep saying that reasonable region. -4, 4, 0, -4, and 4, -4. And it's a triangle, so we know we're only going to have 3 points. So it has to be A or C. Okay, now it says find the maximum and minimum values of the following functions for this region. So we have, we're going to go down here and go back to black. So we have f of x, y equals x plus 2y. And actually, all they want you to do is take these points and plug them in and get your maximum minimum value. So f of -4, 4, that's where x is -4 and y is 4. So this is a -4 plus 2 times 4. And that's a -4 plus 8. And that is 4. Okay, if I plug in 0, 4, f of 0, 4, and this is x and y. So x is 0 plus 2 times 4. That's equal to 8. 0 plus 8. -4 plus 8 is 4. Okay. And then my last one, f of 4, -4. So x is 4 plus 2 times y. Y is a -4. So this is 4 minus 8. 2 times 4 is a -8. And this is a -4. So this is my highest value. So my maximum is 8 and my minimum is my lowest value, which is a -4. Now let's say you had one where you didn't have a defined figure. Let's say it just kept going that way. You wouldn't have a maximum value. You would only have a minimum. Okay. If you didn't have that other side to that triangle there, you wouldn't have a maximum, you would only have a minimum. I hope this helps as you work your problems. If you run into any problems, just text me and we'll get on Zoom right quick. All right.